In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the Swarm of Flies incantation that does an insane amount of blood loss damage from a distance, and it also auto-tracks your enemy and follows them. It follows them, like aimbot style. Like, check this out over here. This is a giant enemy that spews madness, and he's very, very annoying to fight. But if I just spam this incantation from this distance, you'll see how many times we'll proc blood loss in him. That is already 2 times. There's the 3rd time, and now we're going to get some distance because he's going to spew madness. And even at this distance, you can cast it and it will reach him from here. So you can be at a very, very far distance against any bosses. I highly recommend using this against bosses or really strong enemies because blood loss does a huge chunk of their health. And you can easily beat fights like this without even trying. And look how much FP I used. Hardly any. So this build is heavily centered over the Swarm of Flies incantation, which I'm going to show you how to get. But first, let's show you all of my gear. So I'm using the Dragon Communion Seal plus 10 fully upgraded because it is the only seal that has arcane scaling. Since arcane works with blood loss, this is the seal that you're going to want to get. Luckily, this is in a very easy place to get to, however, you have to go through a dungeon to get there. So this is right at the beginning of the game, the first step. If you go back into the cave where you came from, you should find a white mist wall with this statue over here that is going to require 2 stone sword keys. So use those keys in here to open this, and at the end of this dungeon you'll find an enemy that will drop you the Dragon Communion Seal, though it's going to be a bit difficult, so good luck with that. And then here's just a quick overview of what I'm using. I have the Reduvia dagger that is a blood build-up dagger, so this is a very nice offhand weapon to use if enemies get too close. Here are the armor pieces that I'm wearing in case you're interested on what I'm wearing in the video. And then here are the talismans that I'm using on this build right now. Flock's Canvas Talisman is probably the best one here because it greatly increases your incantation potency, which is what we're using. Okay, so it's time to show you where to get the incantation Swarm of Flies. So this one is located in Mogwin Palace, and in order to get there, you need to get to the ice area of the map here to the north, but you need to take a secret lift. So the Grand Lift of Rold, you're going to take to the secret area to the Halig Tree, which once you get to the snow area over here, you're going to go to the very left-hand side over here, to this spot over here exactly. And at this spot here, you'll find a teleporter that will take you exactly to Mogwin Palace. Now, however, to take the lift, the secret lift, you do need the secret Halig Tree medallions. If you need that, please see the card on the screen right now to show you a video of where to get those 2 medallions. So continuing with the video here, when you get to Mogwin Palace and you see the palace in the distance, you'll see we'll need to get to this first site of grace that you can see over here, and I'll lead you exactly to the path that we're going to find the incantation Swarm of Flies, which is located right over here. So go ahead and make your way down to the site of grace that is towards the left side from when you first enter this area over here, and from here, let me take you exactly to the Swarm of Flies. So just go ahead and follow along with me here. We're going to go north down this pathway here, and it's very, very straightforward. From here, you're just going to hug the wall on the right around this big bend over here, and then in the first cave that you see, there is a body here that will have a shiny on it. When you loot the shiny, that will be the incantation for the Swarm of Flies. Now that you have the Swarm of Flies incantation, you just have to sit down at a site of grace and memorize a spell and put the Swarm of Flies into your memory slot there so that you can use it. This ability or incantation requires 11 faith and 16 arcane. You're really only going to need to level up your arcane to use it effectively though. As you can see, it is absurdly strong, and you don't even have to actually fight enemies because it staggers them, bleeds them, damages them over time, and does the blood loss effect. It's going to hurt enemies that you go up against. I don't even know what this is going to do in PvP. That might be a whole different ballgame, especially since it follows your enemies. That's just kind of overpowered in that sense. I'm pretty sure you can tell just from this video and the damage that I'm outputting how effective this incantation really is, especially against enemies that are way stronger than you. It's absurdly good. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and thank you so much for watching.